John Rawl-i-son was not only a free person of color in 18th century Virginia, he was also one of the most successful people of that time. So when given the opportunity to sit down with this entrepreneur, patriot, and slave owner, I jumped at the chance.
Here was a man of color who was very respected, signer of the Committee for Allegiance, along with Patrick Henry, Thomas Nelson Jr., had lots in Williamsburg, had acreages of land, had a large tavern, and was a master shoemaker.
With the help of actor James Cameron, who has spent thousands of hours researching Rawl-i-son and more than a decade portraying him, I got to hold a conversation with this man from York County who was born free in 1723. You owned slaves. So tell me a little bit about that.
Well, let me first say that slavery is an abomination, and if our heavenliest of fathers is a creature of justice, he certainly cannot find justice in this practice. But let me also say that I am a man of this planet, and they are laws. And with these laws, it is not permitted for me to free or manumit my slaves. So I am sort of, as you would say, in a quandary. I try as best I can to treat them as my family. For example, before our revolutionary insurgents, if they wanted to go to the marketplace and sell their wares, well, of course, upon the Sabbath day, of course, I would more than permit them to go and to be able to earn monies and to be able to have a small area of land themselves where they could plant and grow food for their own families. So I have tried to do the best I can under the parameters in which I have been given.
And what were their tasks at your tavern or on your land?
Oh, well, of course I moved them around as I needed them. For example, in 1779, I fed the Gloucester militia in my tavern 10 diets. And so my wife, along with three, I believe, of my enslaved, helped in the preparation of the meals for those militiamen. So I would move them around as I needed them, and also for my acreage of farming for my tobacco and corn, wheat, barley, soybeans, and various things of that nature.
Even though Rawl-i-son owned hundreds of acres of land and several businesses, this prominent, well-respected husband and father still fell short when it came to governing power.
Because I am mulatto, I am mixed blood, my father being white, my mother mulatto as myself, I am not allowed to be part of the governing body. I cannot hold a political office, nor can I vote. So, hopefully, now that we are fighting for our liberation with our Declaration of Independency, that these laws eventually will be put down.
John Rawl-i-son died the equivalent of a modern-day millionaire in 1780, leaving his wealth to his children. But you can learn more about his life next Wednesday at the Williamsburg Library Theater. Annette Brown is moderating the event.
We feel we simply don't know enough about our history. There are gaps in our history, and we know that. And we're just simply attempting to try to fill in some of those gaps. And we're trying to bring it out into the open, that these people did exist, that our history is much fuller than what was presented to us, and that we can take confidence and pride in that history.
I hope that they go back saying, wow, I didn't know this. This is amazing. And what I also hope is that they decide to really look into their own family tree. What by knowing my past will help me in my today and my future? And what can I pass on to my children?
For Another View, I'm Lisa Godley.